The Knight and the Chariot are working together to get you moving, get you out of suspension, which means turning your back on this indecisive, perpetual dissatisfaction. I know what I want. I know what I'm good at. I know what I have to offer. More importantly, with the Knight of Cups, I know what I love. That's it, Libra. I know what I love, and I am moving towards that. Oh, that is it. That is the phrase. That is the spell for the season, Libra. Say it with me. I know what I want. I know what I love. And I'm moving towards that. I know what I love, and I am moving towards that. Whew, that's powerful. But then it's like, how do you take the idea of that and bring it into the real world with the actual foundation card here showing real material bricks, brick and mortar type stuff with the castle in the background as the goal. That's what you're trying to build. But this person is looking up in fear at the structure that maybe was previously built that has crumbled. Okay, that's interesting. Don't build your new structure based on the fears of the structures that have crumbled in the past. Don't build your new foundations only focusing on the fear of your past failures, or you might perceive them that way, or like the past structures in your life that have crumbled. Like I'm seeing you just like this person like building this foundation, like like laying one brick at a time, being like, oh God, I hope it doesn't crumble this time, oh God. Sag, let me appeal to this part of you because it's also a whole adventure. Like going into the caves is like a whole ass adventure, and you get to see this whole other world. So like think about it that way. Cultivate that adventurous spirit over the next few months, November, December, as we enter this sort of retrograde cave of winter here in the Northern Hemisphere. You can go ahead and let yourself gradually slow down. Let yourself go into the internal space. Let yourself sit in the cave in the silence and listen to all of the sounds start to emerge as you tune into the creatures that are normally unseen in your waking life. Learn their ways. Learn the ways of the caverns. And back into your connection with like romancing your life. I just keep seeing Venus, and she just keeps saying, are you ready? Are you ready for the next steps? Because they look real good. They will ask you to put in the work, of course. But again, you're no stranger to that. Are you ready for the next steps? Cool. Able to collaborate with others in this more productive way and still feel your feelings as you're feeling them. It's not to say like your anger can't be expressed or there's no place for your intensity here. I think there's plenty of room and space for all of these really big, intense feelings that you have. But it is your responsibility to channel them and communicate them in a way that other people can work with and not just be sort of on the receiving end of. Because if you are able to do that, they will actually work with you to transmute that, right? And cook all that heat, use all that heat to cook something good together. With like maybe a little bit more structure, a little bit of attention to detail, a little bit of like realizing that God is in like the mundane, the normal, everyday, day-to-day, like silly little tasks that we never want to do. It's like there's some sort of solace to be had in those when everything is in a constant state of flux. So I would also look to your chart to see like, okay, where's Pisces? Where's Virgo? What planets are there? What houses are there? And how are you working with this axis over the next couple of years, but specifically this fall, since this is your fall shift reading where you are shifting into embracing Virgo energy as something you need to partner with to make these eclipses and these moon changes more enjoyable. Not actually in this sort of like wishy-washy, nebulous, in-between territory. You're in actually things that are pretty black and white, and sometimes that can force or accelerate change in a way that's very helpful. And I just like see you kind of embracing that this fall, or at least there's an opportunity for you to really embrace saying yes to something, or being decisive about something. And that feels like such a victory to choose a thing that you're really excited about, Ace of Wands, and really connected to, Two of Cups. And it feels like almost a revolutionary act to do something without overthinking it. To just gather the necessary information and make a decision based on what you know. Can you imagine? Something that you've been wanting to create or like embark on is the time is now, like the timing is right, you know? It's sort of like this idea that it's in the stars and the time is now, and you can feel that. And I think you're connected with that sense of timing. And if the door opens, you're gonna go ahead and go. And even if there's not an obvious opening, it sort of feels like you're gonna make it happen with the wizard. You're gonna make your own magic happen and you're gonna start this new thing. And that's really beautiful, Taurus. It looks like you could use this. I don't know, I just get this idea based on your readings from the last like year. Like Taurus needs this new start, this new beginning, this new like chapter opening. And whatever it is, it's you making it happen. Again, like you're out here directing traffic. Is you're realizing, you know what? I'm not gonna wait. Actually, I was waiting and I've been waiting and I waited long enough and I'm not gonna keep waiting. I'm gonna go off on my own. I'm gonna go do my own thing. Because I'm sick of waiting for you. I don't believe it's ever actually gonna happen. And I'm not gonna just like stay in this space of perpetual confusion and frustration, and I'm just gonna go do it myself. Or I'm gonna go off on my own, or like I'm better off on my own than sitting here waiting for you to initiate something or to step something up. Like I'm just gonna go off and I'm gonna do my own thing. And it might be that during this Mars retrograde, like basically over this winter period in the Northern Hemisphere, you may go through this just like emotions erupting out of nowhere, or like you might just be really kind of triggered or easily like activated emotionally, especially when it comes to Mars ruled emotions like anger and intensity and like maybe passion too. But this just like mostly feels like we got to get to the source of the rage, honestly, like just this like absolute lingering anger that just cannot exist in your body anymore. Like it's got to get up and out. Like I'm seeing this as like the fountain. It's got to get up and out. You got hurt and you just want to get right back out there, but whoa. You know, like slow down. Slow and steady wins the race with this. Do not force it, especially if there's like blockages and obstacles and all of this. Like you have a whole new like solo journey to go on, and there is so much goodness and joy to be found on that mountain pilgrimage, solo hermitage. You know, like don't trash it. Don't trash your beautiful, precious time with yourself by skipping over it. By just trying to, oh, interesting. Now I'm seeing the Empress just like skipping all of the steps up the mountain, getting really, really big, really fast, and just reaching for the top. And that would be where the Fool moves too quickly. Because you're not going to be able to see what's coming necessarily, no matter how psychic you are. And I think very psychic based on what I'm seeing here. I think most Virgos are. But you're not going to necessarily be able to see all of the changes coming because you're not meant to. And so what you need to do is get very, like that theoretical framework that you hold as your worldview and your view on your life and your experiences needs to be able to hold mystery like nothing else. Needs to have space and room and structure to hold the unseen, to hold the unknowns, and to be able to exist between worlds in this way that the priestess can. Because that's how you're going to be able to weather the shifts, the nodes of the moon shifting into your sign and bringing fated changes.